personally feel about Don King?
You know what? Don King's about making money, okay? All trainers, they fall into this trap. They steal money from the fighters. They do it all the time because they're in that position to do that. But you have some trainers that will not do that to it's just who that person is. But I can't say too much bad about Don King. That's what fighters do. But this is the thing. When I learned about Don King, I'm the only friend he ever had because I seen this man was a dope dealer, pimp, player, drug dealer. He did it all. He set foot on that camp and learned how to be a promoter and took all that nasty stuff that he did and that wild life that he lived in, turned his life around. You hear me? And I have to give that man credit for pulling himself out of that wild world. And that kind of life was a bad life. But he learned to do it legally. He could be crook legally, but he got out of the madness. He got out of the pimping. He got out of the, the drug dealing. He got out of all of that. I have to take my hat off for a man who will stand up. I mean, he might not be a perfect person, but he got out of the bad life and turned his whole life around. And I have to take that off. I've always respected Don King for that. And he is my friend today. And when I came down here and I moved to Deerfield Beach, I didn't know I was moving right into Don King territory. I had no clue, but I was glad because I respected the way he built his empire. Nobody's perfect, but and then like Angelo Dundee trained Cassius Clay. Any trainer could have took Cassius Clay and do it like other fighters, turn him into a beluga and just make money off him, and then he destroys his career. But Muhammad was smart enough and was blessed enough to be able to get a man who looked out for his career. And that's what a lot of these young fighters have to pray on. You got to pray to God to give you a good person that don't turn you into a beluga and just get beat up and get your whole life destroyed, because they can destroy your world. So you have to pray on everything that you want in life and make sure God is on your side and you have the right people behind you, because that's what made Muhammad Ali a good fighter. He started in a racist state, Louisville, Kentucky, and he lost somebody stole his bike, but this man, this white Caucasian named Joe Martin, Officer Joe Martin, said, "Look, you can go after that guy, but do you know how to fight?" And when he said that to him, when I met Mr. Joe Martin, I thanked him for leading Clay to a gym so he could learn how to fight first. The rest is history. So it wasn't everybody over there racism over there. Joe Martin looked out for him, that's for sure.
But Don King setting up that Ali and Larry Holmes fight, even that Burbick fight, I ain't like that.
Look, man, I didn't even go to it. I was against it. I didn't even go to it. I didn't, and he did it to his best friend, Jimmy Ellis. Did the same thing with him. He was his sparring partner before Larry Holmes. All sparring partners want to get a chance to beat the person that they train with.